I want to say some books don't deliver on the promise of their title, but in Dune, you talk about fucking sand dunes. The first group that goes is the Vanir. The second group that goes is the Noldor. We are talking about Armada by Ernest Cline.
Why?
A hike through the goblin universe of Western Pennsylvania. Jeff the Killer, The Hunt for the Skinwalker.
No!
Science confronts the unexplained.
No! God!
Zach Bagans, Tom Bombadil, High King Ariendor.
Okay, you're just making up names now. Oh, God! I'm in hell!
Welcome to Nate's Nightmare November, Ben!
Words about books, Ben.
Yep.
And this is the final episode before the election, for real.
Well, this is the final recording before the election.
Yeah, I know.
This won't go out before the election.
Yeah, but I can say with 100% confidence, we will be voting Joe Biden out of the White House. He's gone, Ben. So, Ben, are you ready to go down just the biggest rabbit hole I could possibly find?
I guess I understand there might be a video segment to this.
There might be a visual component to this.
So I guess the visual component will only be available on YouTube and our Patreon. For those who subscribe, I'll upload if there is a video component. We don't know if there will be.
Yeah,
that's troubling. But yeah, I guess I'll upload that to Patreon. Though you're gonna have to be really careful with your words because I'm not editing video.
That's fair. So maybe there won't be a video component. You don't know yet.
Well, you're editing this, so
yeah, I am, Ben.
So the nightmare has really already begun. Like, logistically, you have no idea what you're doing.
I have no fucking idea what I am doing, Ben.
Okay, yeah, you are already starting to bother me. Okay.
Good. Awesome. So this was originally going to be the April Fool's episode for next year, and then I decided I could make this work. I could tie this in with a book, Ben. So, let me just...
So what book are we discussing today?
Yeah, I mean, what book are we going to use as a launching point into insanity? Is what you're asking me.
We do that sometimes. So
and the
fair.
book is Super Mario Adventures, Ben.
By who?
That's a good question. It was released in Nintendo Power and then eventually compiled into a comic book. So
this is less of a book and more of a couple pages of a magazine. By
Kentaro Takakuma, art by Charlie Nizawa. Ben.
Okay, so we're covering you want to say a graphic novel or a manga today?
Comic book, Ben.
Okay.
I read from left to right, therefore comic book. That's the one thing that separates the two, you know.
Akira would take an issue with that, but
is Akira a comic book then? Is that what you're telling me? Sounds like that's what you're telling me.
Sounds like that's what you're telling me.
Yeah. Well, Akira is a Japanese comic book.
How many pages? How many pages is this comic book?
Yeah, decent amount. It also has Mario versus Wario. If that helps.
Are we talking like 10 pages?
No, it's much longer than that.
Like 100 pages?
You're gonna make me look. 112 pages, Ben.
Okay.
Of gloriously drawn and illustrated Mario.
That's probably less than 10 chapters of a standard manga. Okay.
Yeah, well, this is a comic book, not a manga. You're comparing it to the wrong thing.
Well, that would also be less than 10 issues then of a single comic book.
Yeah. Well, this is 12 issues, Ben.
Yeah, I guess they usually bind graphic novels for comic books at or trade paperbacks, I guess they bind at 8 issues. Okay, we'll let this slide.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You're already here, Ben.
Okay.
You're locked in.
Okay. Super Mario. What's the
Yeah.
comic about?
So, Ben, you're never going to believe this, right? Well, first of all, Mario and Luigi are actual plumbers. Then they're called in because there's a pipe issue. So they've got to deal with those pipes, Ben. But then gigantic pipes start showing up everywhere, and then monsters come out. And then also Bowser. And you're not going to believe this, but Bowser wants to shack up with Princess Toadstool at the time, Ben. This is before they changed her name to Peach.
Who played him in the movie? Was it like Dennis Hopper?
Yes, I was going to say Jack Black, but yes.
Is he is Bowser Dennis Hopper or is he Bowser?
Bowser looks like Bowser.
Shouldn't he be King Koopa then?
No. He was
When
Bowser at this point.
When they stop calling him King Koopa?
Oh, that's a good question, Ben. That's all going to tie into everything.
Okay.
You just keep that in your back pocket because she's still Princess Toadstool. This came out in, I think, 94? No, it looks like 92 to 93, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
So Super Mario World had just come out, but we were still a ways away from glorious polygonal 3D graphics, the best graphics,
I
Ben,
don't like you.
where everything looked like ass.
I don't like the way you said that.
What? Polygonal?
How did you? Yeah, I mean, you knew which word I didn't like. Something I don't know what's off about that, but there's.
so Bowser apparently, first of all, he starts doing a rap. I wish I would have written down those lyrics, but
A real Tom Bombadil figure.
there you go. He then turns someone to stone. Actually, he turns several people to stone, one of whom is Mario. But don't worry, a nice massage gets him out of stone. That's not a joke. Anyway.
Bowser has always had a very ill-defined set of powers.
Well, this time he has a magic wand.
Sometimes he has a magic wand.
Yeah.
I think that ties into Super Mario World, though, right? Because he had magic
Mario
wand.
3, I think.
Oh, didn't what did they have in, I don't care.
He had a clown car in Mario World, which he has now. The clown car balloon thing. You don't care, Ben, but you're going to care. I'm going to drag you kicking and screaming to caring. Now, Princess Peach sets off right away.
Toadstool, you mean?
You're right. Princess Toadstool. With her elite guard of toads that are dressed in sunglasses and red toads on their head and vests. They will later get the shit kicked out of them by Lakitus. It doesn't work out very well.
Yeah, that seemed inevitable.
But Peach gets captured by the Koopa kids, or the Koopalings. I don't know what they're called at this point. And I keep calling her Peach just out of habit. Shenanigans. So Mario and Luigi, shenanigans ensue. They find Yoshi, because Yoshi was a thing at this point. Now, this was back before being put in eggs was just part of the Yoshi life cycle. This was back when Bowser was putting Yoshis inside of eggs. And you have to free them. And they want to eat this egg, but out comes a dinosaur, and it saves them from a Wiggler. And then Friendly Floyd shows up. There's another human here.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no, I think he's only in this comic, Ben.
Well, who was the football player in Super Mario World?
That's Charge 'em Chuck.
Oh, okay.
And those are just generic baddies. Friendly
Right,
Floyd
but I
is like a
assumed they were
salesman.
human. Oh,
He's
okay.
like selling shit. No, they're not human. I think they're Koopas, Ben.
Oh.
Yeah. So Friendly Floyd sells them a Yoshi translation guide. Everything in the Yoshi language is Yoshi, by the way. I'm gonna yada 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 because we're getting to the good part where Peach frees herself, then shenanigans ensue. Mario gets captured. Luigi dresses up as Peach. They bomb the Koopas. And then when they're all going home, but the Toads are Koopas in disguise, and Bowser kidnaps Peach and hypnotizes her into a marriage, Ben. I'm just yada-yadaing through this because this is important, Ben. Because it's words about books, and I have to.
You're yada-yadaing because it's important?
Yes, because we're words about books, Ben, and you would not allow me to just go off on a random tangent without reading a book. So
no, you can
booze in there.
Paint a picture for me, man. I mean, I really want the lore.
Yoshi's eat a gigantic wedding cake that also Bowser is trapped inside, and Mario fights Bowser and collapses on him. The end, Ben.
You remember that wedding cake in Super Mario RPG?
Yeah.
That thing looked fucking delicious.
Yeah, I would have eaten it.
Yeah. And ironically, that whole game looked better than anything on the N64.
That's fair.
I'll die on that hill. Fight me. Somebody's going to fight me about that. No, you know what? I'm ready.
And then there's also Mario.
The election just happened. I'm ready to fight. Let's go.
Where Mario and Wario are in fact brothers, and Mario was kind of a bully as a child, and they're gonna hang out. And this is all weird, Ben.
So does that mean Wario is? I mean, so yeah, then he's also Luigi's brother.
Yeah, but Luigi isn't in Mario versus Wario. That's just like another comic book that they stapled at the end.
Oh, this is like another series.
Yeah. So
is this canon? Is this part of the?
So I'm glad you asked that, Ben, because that's segueing into the topic today. What is Super Mario canon, Ben?
Okay.
I came across twice, actually, and I forgot about it the first time, and then it refreshed my memory. There is a YouTube video that exhaustively breaks down how many Super Mario games are there. So I'm going to ask you, Ben, how many Super Mario games are there? Take your time. You can...
Jesus, hundreds? I don't know.
Oh, okay. So that's another thing. What is a Super Mario game, Ben?
I'd imagine any game that has the Mario characters in it.
Ooh, okay. So that's where we maybe differ. So are you saying that a Super Mario game would be like Donkey Kong is a Super Mario game?
I don't think so. I'm going to say any Mario that has Mario characters in it after he actually got called Mario. So not Jumpman.
So would Mario Bros be a Super Mario game?
Yes, I would say that.
Okay. So I would not say that. I would say Super Mario didn't start until Super Mario.
I don't actually know what the difference is.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You have to define a difference. Is it that it's mostly platformers?
Well, I mean, like, what is Super Mario?
What do you mean, what is Super Mario?
Like, when did it become Super Mario?
In, I believe, 85 here in the States when the NES came out.
Okay, so, like, the first Mario game...
So Super Mario Bros. 1 is a Mario game.
Okay.
A Super Mario game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Okay.
But that's the first time he got called Mario, right?
No, he got called Mario in Mario Bros., which is an arcade game that was eventually ported to the NES.
Oh, I see. I'm not even aware that game existed.
That's fine. It's if you ever played Super Mario 3 multiplayer, there's like a crab, a bumblebee, and a Koopa and some other thing that come out of pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And you hit them from below, and then you kick them. There's also Freezies. That's where Freezies came from.
Okay. Yeah, I was not aware of that.
So then the question would be, is Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels a Super Mario game? Because that's Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan, but we got a different Super Mario Bros. 2. Which
that's
is
what I was going
to Doki Panic, but reskinned.
No, I was going to say a lot of this, like, I'd have to look up the Japanese. Like, if you really want to get into the names and stuff, I'd have to look up the Japanese.
Okay.
because so many of those decisions were like that's another layer, because for a long time, like, video games that came over were not translated with like story integrity in mind.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. But
Like,
would you consider a Mario Kart game to be part of the Super Mario series?
yeah, I would.
You would.
Yeah,
Okay.
that, all the tennis games, all the stupid
So
soccer,
you would
whatever.
put all the sports games under Super Mario.
Yeah, I would.
So you could categorize the Mario Kart games under the Mario Kart series, which is a subsect in your mind of the Super Mario series.
I imagine that Mario Kart takes place at an actual series of go-kart racing tracks in the Mario world. Like,
Okay.
I imagine that like one could theoretically walk from like level 1-3 to the go-kart course and get in a go-kart and race. And then there is also somewhere out there in Mario Land a tennis court and a soccer field and a basketball thing.
And Sonic the
And
Hedgehog.
they can cross universes
So
to do the Olympics with
is
Sonic.
Super Smash Brothers a Super Mario game?
No,
Okay.
because Super Smash Brothers, they're all taken out of their worlds by Master Hand and placed in some kind of like super universe.
Is Mario plus Rabbids a Super Mario game?
I have never played it. Do the Rabbids come into the Mario world, or does Mario go into the Rabbids world?
I think that I think they mostly go into the Mario world.
In that case, the stuff that happens in the Mario world, it did literally happen in Super Mario World.
Okay. So what about Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, where you play as Yoshi and Mario is literally a baby? Is that a Super Mario game?
Yes.
Okay. How about Yoshi's Story, the sequel to that game that doesn't have Mario in it?
Yes.
So Yoshi's Story is a Super Mario game.
It's all about the world. They're all happening in the world of Super Mario.
What about Mario versus Donkey Kong?
I haven't played it. What is that game?
It's Mario versus Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, I think in the first game it is a remake of Donkey Kong, but he is called Mario, and he is rescuing Pauline from Donkey Kong.
Yes,
and it's more of a puzzle platformer type thing.
It is, because Mario Odyssey made Pauline canon. That city where they're fighting actually exists. So here's what I'm telling you, Nate, is in my mind, there is a Tolkien style map of all of the locations you have ever seen in a Super Mario game, and they're all in perhaps not the same continent, but the same world.
How do you explain the Mushroom Kingdom in Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario being so incredibly different?
So Paper Mario, that does present an interesting problem, because why are they paper? Because the world is not. You're right.
And
maybe
how do you explain the Mario and Luigi plus Paper Mario game, or Paper Jam, I guess is what it's called?
I imagine Paper Mario takes place in a kind of like alternate universe. So all the games where people are paper, that takes place in an alternate universe where everything is paper. But Eru Miyamoto still created that world.
Okay. Which might track, because Mario and Luigi Paper Jam has Mario, Luigi, and Paper Mario.
Yes. So they can. We have established that they can Kingdom Hearts style go from world to world.
So if Mario versus Donkey Kong is canon, then how about Donkey Kong Country? Is that a Super Mario game? Because Donkey Kong, the official lore, I don't think it was ever changed, is that the original Donkey Kong is the grandfather to the modern Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Country and in like the Mario sports games. So is
Yeah, and
Donkey Kong
Mario is like a
Country is
weird
Super Mario?
imperialist who captured an
Yeah,
ape.
we don't talk about all the animal abuse.
Um,
Okay.
That's a tough one because has Mario ever gone to Donkey Kong Country?
Outside of Smash Brothers, I don't think so. But Donkey Kong has come to Kart Race.
I'm gonna say yeah. That remains a crossover to be had.
All
Yeah, but
right.
I'm gonna say theoretically Mario could get in a boat and go to Donkey Kong Country.
So, would Mike Tyson's Punch Out be a Super Mario game? Mario is the referee, Ben.
No.
Okay, what's the distinction there?
In that case, that's another world hop. Because Mario used his interdimensional traveling powers, which we have established he has, to come to our world to referee Mike Tyson's Punch Out. That's just a gig he was working.
What about Mario Party? Because those are like party boards.
I imagine Mario Party is like some kind of theme park within the actual world that would go on my Lord of the Rings map.
Okay. So Mario Party is a Super Mario game.
Yes.
So looking at Mario Tennis, you said that counts. What about
Yes.
just tennis? I think Mario is
You
technically
mean-
a playable character for the NES game, or maybe he's just the ref. Is that another world hop?
That's another world. He did a stint as a ref for a lot of those early games when he was, before his career really took off.
I getcha. And how about
Also, have you heard the story that the reason he's called Mario is because he looked like the character looked like the landlord of the Nintendo of America office,
yes?
who was named
I have
Mario?
heard that.
So it could also just be that guy. It could also just be our world's Mario.
There is a theory that Mario is like one of the few humans in all of the Mushroom Kingdom,
And he came from our world.
and he came from our world.
So he was doing all this referee side work before he got sucked in. Or maybe he was going back and forth. Like maybe he got sucked in, became, king of whatever shit mountain in that world. And then when but he still had to come back because he still had a few things lined up, and he didn't want to quit because like the league had a hard time getting people in at that point, and like another guy had just quit, so he had to keep going.
Okay, so I'm learning a lot here. So
I'm glad I
you
can
would
help
say
you with
that
this.
Super Princess Peach would be a Super Mario game,
Yeah,
even though you don't
hell,
play as Mario.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
It's all about the Lord of the Rings map.
all right. So what about Donkey Kong Circus or Donkey Kong Hockey or Mario's Bombs Away or Mario's Cement Factory or Mario the Juggler? Are those Mario games? Super Mario games?
Do they take place in that world? Do they plausibly take
They
place?
take place on your watch. I don't know how specific the world actually is. It's hard to tell.
Then I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say yeah, those are Super Mario games. I'm going to go I'm going to task you with what Mario teaches typing.
Yeah, see, I seem to have a different opinion than you on what a Super Mario game is. It's hard to tell for sure, but I narrowed it down to usually. Actually, I think I put everything down as a platformer of some kind.
No, see, you're thinking like a gamer. I'm thinking like a bookman. Okay.
So maybe we need to outline the platformer series, right? Because I'm subcategorizing everything. Here, I can even show you. I was gonna draw a big old concept map like Charlie, but it might just be easier to show you my notes, and easier because I don't want to have to draw on a virtual whiteboard, all the various connections and craziness that I have. So here, where's my, there it is. Nope. So, can I share just one screen?
Yeah, you can share just one window within that screen.
What do I click? Do I click that?
Click
Okay, I figured it out. I'm a genius.
If that's the bar you've set.
That is the bar I've set. All right. So what do we? So do you do any subcategories at all? Because I've got, here's Donkey Kong series, the Donkey Kong vs Mario series, the more just Mario cameos. I mean, you're categorizing everything to, are they in the same world? And I'm breaking them down by like sub series.
Yeah, see, this is too gamery for me because I'm thinking from like a story perspective.
So does that mean that Rayman is a Super Mario game because the Rabbids and Mario get together, and the Rabbids are originally from Rayman?
Do they come into that world? So I'll put it to you this way. If we look at the Marvel world, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we don't ask, is this a Loki movie? We don't ask, is this an Iron Man comic? We
That's
know
not true.
They're Marvel, and we know that they're in that universe. And there's even specific like universes. Like we could say like there's
what universe is this in?
Right.
I only care about the universe where Thanos is in the movies. I don't care about the comics, Ben.
Right, and that's fine. That's fine. But I'm positing that there is a Mario universe. We'll call it the Super Mario universe.
Okay.
And I think any game that can plausibly happen in the same world,
as an anime podcaster.
yeah. Any game that could plausibly happen in the same world is a Super Mario game. And then when other worlds are introduced, like I would say the Paper Mario world, that is the Paper universe.
Okay, so that's the Paper universe.
Yes. So I do have a subcategory there. I'm going to say the Super Mario universe is like the mainline universe. We might even be able to say, I might even be able to agree with you that the Game & Watch series is also the Game & Watch universe.
What about the Mario educational games? Because they could be in universe or they could not be in universe.
I think that would be a further subcategory of Mario in our universe.
Okay. So you've got it broken down to like 4 different things.
Yes.
So far. So, and that
Super
would include
Mario,
shit like this, like Mario Artist.
Yeah.
These things are in our universe.
Yeah, that is Mario being paid to host a show or a class in our universe.
What about Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition? That's just a Minecraft game. That's not Mario, right?
Yeah, Mario is not even there.
I think he is there. I think he's a cameo of some kind.
I played Minecraft on my Switch for a damn long time. I never saw him.
Well, maybe that's a skill issue. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So, for Namco Museum, not a Mario game, right?
I have no idea
like,
what that is.
I think that's just a collection of Namco games like Pac-Man, and I think Mario maybe makes a cameo. So that's not a Mario game.
No, I would say all of those are paid appearances for Mario.
Same with Tetris DS. Is that
Yeah, the Mario of the Super Mario world, I would say, because that's him, right? It's not the Mario of the Paper Mario world. It's not the Mario of the
Correct.
Game & Watch world. The Mario of the Super Mario world is often paid by Nintendo to special guest in a bunch of things. He's a little bit of an actor, a little bit of a writer, a poet, an artist. You know, he's kind of a Renaissance man, and he makes a lot of appearances. His schedule's very full. It's hard to get time with him.
what about Fortune Street? It's not
Again,
exactly a
I
Mario
have
Party.
no idea what the fuck that is.
It's a crossover game between Mario and what's the thing? Not Dragon Age. Dragon Quest. It's a
Wow,
crossover
really?
between Dragon Quest and Mario, and they
Damn, I feel like I've
play
heard
a
of that.
board game.
Oh, they play a board. Okay, yeah, fuck that. I think that is a deep fake.
That's a deep fake.
Yeah, I don't think that was Mario. I think that's a deep fake.
Okay. So that's a deep fake.
What
That-
the hell
that
is
doesn't count.
Itadaki Street DS?
I think Itadaki Street DS is a remake of Fortune Street that was only released in Japan.
Okay.
What about Mario's Picross? Is that? I mean, that's just a puzzle
What
game.
is Picross? I've
It's
never
a
played
puzzle
it.
of
I've
some
heard
sort.
of this.
I've heard of it as well, and I've never played it.
I would say I don't even think Mario showed up for that one. I think that's either another deep fake or a lookalike.
Sir, do you think that Mario has a doctorate then? If there's a Dr. Mario, there's a lot of Dr. Mario.
No, I think he has a PhD. Well, I think he has a PhD. I don't think he's a medical doctor.
So why? But he's giving people pills.
Yeah, I think the licensing is different. I think he has
I
a
don't.
PhD in plumbing. I think he has a PhD in plumbing science.
And he's giving pills to people. So he's
look,
going to go to jail, is what you're telling me.
no, because in the Mushroom Kingdom, you don't need a medical license to practice. You just need to be able to read.
Okay. So is Luigi, does he have his PhD as well?
Yeah, he's a ghost hunter.
Well, he is a ghost hunter. So
In occult
Luigi's Mansion
studies,
games,
yeah.
those are Super Mario games to you.
Yeah, he has his PhD in occult study, and those are Super Mario games.
Okay.
And Mario has his PhD in plumbing science.
Okay. And so Yoshi's Cookie, that's a Super Mario game.
Yeah, because it happens in the same world.
Okay.
Yoshi is obviously not as, big a get as Mario. That's why you don't see him cross over more often. But yeah, they wheel him out sometimes when Mario's not available.
How about Mario is missing in Mario's Time Machine? That's where Luigi has to go, or Mario. In Mario's Time Machine, Mario has to return the Declaration of Independence so that America can happen. Because Bowser stole it with his time machine.
I've never played Mario's Time Machine, but that sounds amazing. That's the National
it's
Treasure
an
remake
educational
I would
game.
want. I want a National Treasure like Nick Cage and Mario. Chris Pratt's Mario.
Is the Mario movie part of the Super Mario universe?
No, that is the Mario Cinematic Universe.
Okay. So the Donkey Kong of that universe is a different Donkey Kong from this universe.
Yes, I would say so.
Who we have So, Donkey Kong Jr. That is Donkey Kong's dad? Question mark?
Wait, what?
Because Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong. And
That's
Donkey
the one
Kong
that was
is
kidnapped by Mario and forced to perform
Yes, but that's
Okay.
not a Super Mario game to you because he was still Jumpman at the time.
No, that's the
So
Jumpman universe.
He changed his name to avoid the cops, to avoid the animal abuse charge.
No, I think Jumpman's a different universe. I think Jumpman is in many ways the universe where Mario never found love.
Well, he was still hooking up with Pauline, so maybe the problem was Pauline.
Was he, or was he just trying to save a woman from an ape because he was liable?
Well, that's a good question to ask.
I think it's the only question to ask.
So, okay, all right.
How has there never been like a Mario Phoenix Wright, like Mario Goes to Court?
He should. But would that be a Super Mario game, Ben?
No, that would be a Phoenix Wright game in which Mario guest stars.
Okay. Is Mario Maker a Super Mario game?
Oh gosh. No.
Okay, what is the distinction there?
Mario Maker is a Lovecraftian nightmare to the residents of the Super Mario universe. So Mario Maker is a I will say that. Ooh, yeah, this is a tough one. I think actually you brought me around to it. I think actually Mario Maker is a Mario game. It is a Super Mario game. It's in the Super Mario universes. Now imagine if Mario were to embark on some kind of mind-expanding Lovecraftian adventure where he manages to venture past the realms where man was not meant to tread. He would find himself trapped in a dreamless reality where he was toyed and taken apart and put back together over and over and over in myriad situations and forced into increasingly greater hells as gods he could neither see nor understand nor reckon with just play with him for their amusement. That's what Mario Maker is.
But also Mario has, I think he's the one constructing some of the levels.
That's not him. That's a strange. That's like a shadow Mario. That's Mirror Mario.
What is Cosmic Mario then?
Ooh, does anyone really know?
I don't know.
Maybe that's like the Valar.
So is Bowser Jr. Who is his mom?
Peach? I don't know.
Yeah, he says that she's his mom, and her immediate reaction is not to deny it. She's like, "Wait, I'm your mom?" And it's like, I think you'd know.
I think you'd remember that birth.
I don't know if Peach is just that stupid or not, though. Because at the end, Bowser Jr. is like, yeah, I know she's not really my mom.
Okay.
But I
think maybe Peach just didn't want to crush a child. So.
Well, what about all the other Koopalings? Where'd they come from?
So this is a tough one. I mean, really, either our only options are Bowser has an ex, or he's in some kind of polycule situation.
Polycule.
And he's looking for Peach to be, a unicorn. And or he created them in a lab.
I guess he's magic.
Yeah, he sometimes.
But what about Bowser? Wait a minute, hold on. Baby Bowser, who is in the Mario Party series and is distinct and different from Bowser Jr.
Isn't that like one of the time travel things? Like, didn't Baby Mario have to fight Baby Bowser?
But this is different because Baby Bowser. Oh no, they call him Koopa Kid. My bad. But he looks exactly like Bowser as a child.
Maybe Bowser.
And why does he no longer exist? Because as soon as Bowser Jr. came along, the Koopa Kid just stopped appearing.
There really is some like Targaryen stuff we need to get into with Bowser's line, because I suspect he has sown some wild oats. And I think that I don't know how many Koopalings there are out there that we don't know about. I don't know like how many eggs are in a clutch for whatever the hell Bowser is. I guess not a Kappa. But yeah, I think the only way we can answer that, I imagine when a Bowser goes to breed, they return to the island where they were hatched. And Beach Erosion makes this actually a really sad story because some of them can't find that island anymore. And
which is why we gotta vote for Nader.
So yeah, we gotta vote for Nader. He'll make sure every single one of them has a seatbelt.
Yeah, goddamn right he will. This comes out after the election, so you can't vote for Nader. I'm sorry.
God, the election. Okay, but yeah,
we're back. We're back.
I think there's at least. I mean, how long has Bowser been alive? We don't even know that. Because turtles live forever, man.
Well, how does he keep coming back, Ben, if he keeps getting thrown into fire?
I don't think fire kills him. I think it just hurts. It's like, if you like a vampire, they can only die by being shot through or by being staked through the heart. But if you took an AR-15 and you just emptied a clip into a vampire, it's still going to blow their bones apart. And that's going to take them a little while to come back from, but they will come back from it. But it is not pleasant. I think that's sort of what's going on every time Mario kicks Bowser into lava. Like, he is burning all of his soft tissues apart. But, that adamantium skeleton or whatever he's got going on, it just always comes back. The real question I want to ask, though, now that we're thinking about this stuff, is like, what's the deal with the afterlife in the Mario world?
Well, in the Paper Mario universe, zombies. There is an afterlife called the Underwear, I think.
Okay. Okay.
But that's as you established, that's a different universe.
That's a different universe. But there's still booze. There's still whatever the hell Luigi's dealing with. Luigi's Mansion gets pretty fucked up. There's the ghost of a baby. Think about the implications of that.
Yeah, that baby died and was not baptized, so it could never see the light of heaven.
Yeah. And a baby what? Was it another human?
Probably.
A human
So the
infant.
whole family had to have died, Ben, at the same time. The baby, mom, dad, and the twins. And then Professor Egad had to come along, grab him with his vacuum, and shove him into a painting forever. That'll teach you to live, asshole.
I really think there's like an epic fantasy. And I think that's why Mario appeals, because much like Lord of the Rings, it just hints at this bigger world that it's not all relevant to the main plot, but there's all this stuff.
But also, we never go back to most of those kingdoms. Like all the Mario 3, like the story of Mario 3 is that Bowser attacks a bunch of other kingdoms and Mario goes there. And then while Mario's doing that, Bowser swoops in and steals Peach. But also, Mario 3 was a stage play. Is that a Super Mario game, Ben? If it was a play.
There was is this in Japan?
No, this is Super Mario Brothers 3 for the NES. It was a play.
Oh, that's the framing device that they're putting on a play?
Yeah, every level is hung from like a rafter or stapled to a background. I should say screwed to a background. It is a play. He's not really going to these distant lands, supposedly. Is that a Super Mario game?
Yes.
Is Super Mario 2 a Super Mario game?
No.
Okay, why is that not a Super Mario game?
That's a deep fake.
Oh, it is a dream.
Well, no, I mean literally I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a reskin of a game they didn't think would be palatable to an American audience. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's a deep fake. So I guess that's deep fake as a category.
Deep fake is a category. Okay. And you're saying Wario Land 2, 3, and 4, and all the WarioWare games, those are Super Mario games.
That's a tough call because it's difficult to separate reality from Coke-fueled nightmare with Wario. Like, I feel like with the Wario games, it's like I'm in his head, but I don't know where his head is, you know? Like, I don't know if he's in the Super Mario universe. I don't know if he's in the Paper Mario universe. I don't know if he's methed out in rural Alabama. I don't know.
Well, you have to make a decision now. I would say it's not. I would say that's a spin-off, but that's a game thing, and you're a bookman.
Yeah.
So you have to make the bookman call. I categorized it differently because I'm thinking game logic.
You know what? I'm going to say Wario's his own thing.
Okay.
I'm going to say he
Now-
drifts in and out of our reality. Yeah.
Like Bigfoot. So Wario is Bigfoot.
Yeah. Put Wario in the Goblin Universe category.
Okay. So some of the Wario games are Mario games when he interacts with Mario. But when he's doing his own thing, it's
the Goblin
Bigfoot.
universe.
It's the Goblin universe.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So Mario Land 2 and Mario Land 2 where Wario is the chief villain, that is a Super Mario game, but Mario Land 3 Wario's Land, which is the first Wario's Land, that's the Goblin
I'm going
universe.
to be honest. It felt like you stopped saying words at a certain point, and you were just going. I just heard. I just heard. Ew. Ew. Yeah. So, is this what people want? Are you guys having fun?
I hope
listeners
so.
like comment down below.
I could start pulling out the sticky notes in the
the
corkboard.
I don't think you need to. I don't think we need the video component. I think you just need to like put the spreadsheet.
Okay.
In
All
the
right.
Discord.
I'll put the spreadsheet in the Discord.
Yeah.
Well, I can quickly, at the very end of this, I'll just read everything off, okay?
Jesus Christ, I think we're going to be here forever. Okay. Okay, yeah, but no, sorry to interrupt. Let's keep going. What do you need? What do you need
All
my
right.
input on?
Let's see. I think we might have covered a lot of the big ones. Because things like Tetris or Super Scope, not Mario games, that's him in his day job or him coming into our universe.
So, okay, well then let's go through your logic. Everybody's heard my theory. They know where I stand. How do you group your Mario games?
I group my Mario games into broad categories and then subcategories, Ben. So,
what rationale do you use? What criteria defines your categories?
So the Super Mario universe or the Super Mario game series, they're typically platformers. So I went with that as platformers. And those could be then subdivided into 2D and 3D. And in the 2D category, there's also the new Super Mario Brothers series, which had several different games. Let me see how many games. Oh, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games.
Are these
And I
actually
don't know if I
different
consider.
games? I thought they were just the same game over and over again.
No, that's the common. That's the common thought because it was very streamlined and very generic and kind of bland. It was a very bland time to like
So
Mario
it's
games.
new Super Mario Bros. Like new Coke.
Yeah, yeah. No, because then they released Mario Wonder last year, and it was like a breath of fresh air. There were like new enemies and new creative things that they did with the levels, and they did a lot of cool stuff with like the music. Yeah, I think Mario Wonder was a great game, but it was even better when you had to play New Super Mario Brothers for like 5 years.
They should have called it Mario Classic.
There you go. Wait, is Super Mario Brothers 35? Is that a Super
What the
Mario
hell
Brothers
is
game?
that? Where did you
It's-
find these?
It's the first game, but you play against 34 other Marios from around the world, and you can interfere with each other's games.
Oh, wait, I played this. Oh my god, wait.
Yeah.
I played this. I actually played this a lot. Oh no. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
Okay, so that is a Super Mario Brothers game.
Yeah, but that gets into the like I think reality fracturing Lovecraftian nightmares is part of the world I'm imagining for the Super Mario world. Yeah.
So yeah, my list of Super Mario Brothers games is a lot shorter. It's the first game, it's the Lost Levels. It's the second game, even though that's a deep fake. Third game, Mario World, but I didn't count Yoshi's Island because you're playing as Yoshi in that game. Even though technically that is lore that
Well, and that is a
that
platformer.
backfills. But you do play as Yoshi.
But Mario's on his back.
It's a good point. It's hard to say
I
by
think-
this criteria.
I think you should include
But then I
Yoshi's
would have to
Island.
include Yoshi's Touch and Go, where you're clearly playing as Yoshi, or you're playing as a stylus.
I really didn't. I don't like Nintendo's gimmick stuff. I didn't. I mean, this is just me, but like, I didn't like the stylus. I think the Wiimote was a fucking disaster.
I thought it was initially very cool, and then yes, it kind of.
That's the thing with all of them. It's like it rapidly wears off, and then when you buy a game that actually uses it, you're just like, oh Jesus, could you just use the
Yeah, it
buttons?"
wears off, and then you're like, I just want a controller that will fit in my hands, please. I don't want to have to make a jerk off motion in order to play my game, please.
Okay.
So yeah, Super Mario Brothers 1, Lost Levels, 2, 3, World, then 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, Galaxy 2, 3D World. I think 3D Land is supposed to be around here as well.
Mhm.
I don't know if I put that on there, but it should be. And then yeah, see, I don't know about Yoshi's Island.
Keep going down.
Bowser's Fury, Mario Wonder.
I'm not actually seeing one of my favorite games here that I would have thought would be there.
Which one?
What is it? It's for the Game Boy. Super Mario and the 6 Golden Coins or something.
Yeah, that should be Super Mario Land 2, which should be on here. Yeah, you're right. That should be on there.
Yeah, get wrecked. I knew a video game you didn't.
Well, let me see. God, that is weird that I didn't put that on there.
Yeah, take that.
Because Super Mario Land and then Super Mario Land 2. I'll just put it down here. Super Mario Land 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
That's the
man.
one. I think that's the only one with the bunny ears, right?
I think so, but also the bunny ears I think show up in Wario Land, which becomes a sequel series because Mario Land 3 is Wario Land 1, and then there's Wario Land 2, which I think also has the bunny ears, and then there's Wario Land 3 that doesn't have the bunny ears.
Huh.
But yeah, so Mario Land and Mario Land 2 and Mario Sunshine Galaxy, Galaxy 2, 3D World, and also 3D Land, which I also forgot to put on there. And then Bowser's Fury, which is a standalone like side game, but it feels like it should be main series, so I did. Super Mario 3D Land. And then, of course, the new Super Mario Bros. And Wii and 2 and U. But I don't know if I would consider new Super Luigi Bros. Because Mario's not in that, Ben, because it was the year of Luigi, which I think was also the lowest grossing year in Nintendo's history of video game making. I did put 64 DS on there because even though it's a remake, they added a bunch of shit to it. It's basically its own game at that point. Oh, look at that. I did put Super Mario 3D Land, so I'll just take that out here.
I think these are fair.
Yeah, and then
I think my only correction was that you forgot my favorite.
And I don't think I don't know if I consider Mario Maker to be
I don't
Mario.
think the Mario Makers are their own thing.
Yeah,
Because like then if you count Mario Maker, you're gonna count all those like, oh fuck, what did they call them? There was
ROM hacks?
there was some
Oh.
Japanese where like Mario, was it like Kaizoku or something? No, I'm trying to
Hotel
remember.
Mario?
No, there was a Japanese word for what the specifically Mario ROM hacks were. Like they're super
Kaizo?
popular. Kaizo. I
Yeah.
think that is it. Yeah. And yeah, because if you include Mario Maker, that Mario Maker is basically just Nintendo sanctioned
Okay.
Kaizo.
So I would say that's its own thing. So
Yeah.
those are the Super Mario games to me. I also put Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, but that's a spin-off. That doesn't count. I'm not saying that's a Super Mario game. That was just for if I
I'm
was
going to
going to
ask you,
draw
have
a
you played
concept
these?
map.
Have you played all of these?
No, all of the like this entire list.
I don't know what the fuck you do.
I haven't even heard of half of these. I had to look some of this shit up.
I
Ben.
play like 2 or 3 games a year. I play games the way most people read books. So, I play every time FromSoft comes out with a game, I play that. Otherwise, I'm playing like one of my like MMOs or something.
So let me see. Yeah. So no, I've never even played Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. I'm leaving all that in. Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, sure. I haven't played that, but I know what it is because he had a few levels in Mario 3D Land or World or Galaxy. And so,
Can you explain to me the category of games playing as Mario or about Mario, but it's clearly different?
like Mario Bros, you're in a black void with pipes and enemies coming out of pipes, and you're playing as Mario, but yeah, it's different. Or Mario Paint,
A
or
lot of
whatever the
these look
fuck
to be
Punchball Mario
Japanese.
Bros is. What's that?
I said a lot of these look to be Japanese. It looks like there's a series of Famicom racing games.
Yeah, Famicom Grand Prix F1 Race, Family Computer Golf Japan Course and US Course, and Famicom Grand Prix 2 3D Hot Rally, and Super Mario Run and Wrecking Crew 98, and NES Open Tournament Golf, which is these 2 games combined into one. And Mario and Wario and Mario Clash and Super Mario Ball and Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix and Yakuman DS. I don't even know what that is. And Puzzles and Dragon Z plus Super Mario Bros. Edition. Ben. So those are games that you're playing as Mario, but no, you're not. It's not Super Mario Bros.
I agree with this.
So over here, there's the Donkey Kong series. right? So Donkey Kong technically kind of spawns both, but you're not Mario, you're Jumpman.
Wow, is this all there's been in the Donkey Kong series?
Well, no, because I stopped counting after country. So Donkey Kong has like Kong, Kong Jr., 3, which isn't even on here because Mario isn't in 3. And then there's apparently Donkey Kong Circus and Hockey, apparently.
Donkey
But-
Kong Circus feels like it would be about his enslavement.
Probably. But then you have the Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, 3, and Returns, and Tropical Freeze, and then Land 1, 2, and 3, and then Donkey Kong 64, and I think and then Donkey Kong Jungle Beat and Donkey Konga 1, 2, and 3. I think those are all Donkey Kong games. So King of Swing, Donkey Kong game, right?
So-
Not Mario.
Did you make this list and then work backwards to find a book to pretend to justify this?
Yes. 100%, Ben.
You tried to find a Mario, like anything Mario.
I
and
read
the
that
protein
Mario
order.
comic when I was a kid, so it was just like a nice
Oh, you
bonus.
didn't reread it for the episode?
No, I reread it for the episode. It was a nice
Bullshit.
bonus to go back and reread it. Man, you talked to my wife. We found it at a Barnes and Noble.
What?
And I was like, we need to get this. I don't know where my copy is.
I don't know where my is. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Fine. Fine.
So
As long as you bought a book, I guess we could justify this.
Awesome. And then now the Donkey Kong series also branches off in the Donkey Kong versus Mario series, Ben, where you still have the first 2 Donkey Kong games, but then you have the GBA remake, and that shouldn't say GBA, that should just say GB, because it was Game Boy. Then you have Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 March of the Minis, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Minis March Again, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem, Mario and Donkey Kong Minis on the Move, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, and Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge.
This
I
is how
have
you-
not played any of those.
This is
I
how
have-
you felt when I was reading all those Amityville.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. I got you. I have an
Okay.
entire list of Mario cameos and spin-offs. So Alleyway, I put that in there. That's
You
a
also
cameo.
have in
I don't
parentheses,
care what
I
you
don't care what
say.
you
Yeah,
say,
I
but
don't
I
care
don't
what
even
you
know what
say, man.
alleyway is. What did I
Good.
say?
So don't argue with me. Just assume I'm right.
Wait, is that the one? Is that the Brick Break game?
Ah, god damn it. I think it is. Yeah.
That had Mario on the cover for the Game Boy. I remember that.
Yeah, you fly as Mario in a ship. And the
Can I
ship
tell
is
you a
paddle.
crazy story about the luckiest day of my life?
Yeah, why not?
Unfortunately, it happened when I was like 6 years old.
And it'll
okay.
never happen again. You
Yeah,
just
no,
won the lottery.
nothing else that good has ever happened to me again. So no, I'll tell you about this, right? Okay, so I'm sitting there. I'm the only kid in my neighborhood that has a Game Boy, and everybody knows this about me. And I was playing at my friend's house, and this old man comes walking down the alley where we all live, and he hears kids playing. And he's like, "Hey, do any of you kids have a Game Boy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he was like, "Oh, I found these." And he hands me a whole carrying case full of games.
Oh my
And he's
God.
like, "Somebody left these over at the tennis courts. I used to live next to a park." And he's like, "Somebody left these at the tennis courts, and like we couldn't find who they belonged to, and we didn't want to leave them out. So there you go."
Oh my
And
God.
that old man gave me like, I want to say 6 games.
Damn.
And believe me when I say, like, that's back when, what did a Game Boy game cost back then? Like $40?
Yeah, I think 30 or 40 bucks.
Yeah, that's a year's worth of birthday and Christmas money when you're 6 years old. So this man just handed me like a gold mine. He had no idea. He didn't even know. You could tell he didn't even know what he had. He to him this was just like, oh, it's those TV games. And yeah, I still walked away with that. And one of the games he gave me was Alleyway, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
And
you're
I-
flying as Mario
noth-
in a paddle-shaped spaceship.
Yeah. Nothing that good ever randomly happen to me again.
If only it would have happened in adulthood. Adjusted
Yeah.
for an inflation, that's like a lot
Adjusted for inflation, exactly.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, that's not Mario.
I agree. Yeah, I know where you're at with that. Yeah.
Same with Donkey Kong 3, because Mario's not even in there. Yoshi's Woolly World, that's part of the Yoshi series, which is a spin-off of a Mario series, but it's not Mario. And
Yoshi's
same with
Wally World.
Woolly World. Sorry, he's Yarn.
Oh, the Yarn universe is a whole separate thing.
The Yoshi Yarn universe.
Yeah.
YYU, for short.
That sounds like a porn category. I don't know what it would be, but
Type it in,
I
turn
wouldn't
off the
Google
save
that.
search, and just. And same with the Wario Land series, because remember, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, it sounds like just a ploy to sell a new game series, but like,
Is it?
you're not sure if it's gonna sell, so you slap Mario's name on it, but it's not a Mario game; it's a Wario game.
I'm not a gamer, and I don't really respect anyone who is. But is
That's
it
because you don't have multiple lives, Ben.
True.
We choose to have many.
Yeah, but is it a bad take if I say Wario sucks and I wish they'd stop?
No, that is not a bad take.
Like Wario and Waluigi and whatever the hell
Whoa now.
they were
You
doing
leave
there.
Waluigi out of this.
I'm sorry. I know there's memes and stuff, and you can keep the memes, but like those two characters are just annoying as shit.
They're the villains, Ben. Sometimes.
Of what? They're
Super
not the
Mario
villain.
Land 2.
They're not the villains of anything that matters. I guess Wario was the villain of Super Mario Land 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Bowser's so much better though.
Well, yeah, but like Wart is still a thing, and
Dude, Smithy is better.
Yeah, that's true. That is for true.
And I don't even remember. Was he a sword or something?
No, that was Exor. His interdimensional flying sword monster. Smithy was a dude with an awesome beard and a hammer and a big old fucking hand. And his true form was to transform his body into a giant head, and then another body just kind of like sprouted under it.
Yeah, I don't know. Dragon Ball Z had probably come out around that time, and everybody was transforming.
I also put
this one just says pinball.
Yeah, pinball. Mario makes a cameo in Pinball for the NES. That's why it's just a cameo. I also put Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Animal Crossing, Tetris. That's all under there. Luigi's Mansion 3. Even though Mario's there, it's not a Super Mario game.
What's this category called again?
Not Mario. Or Mario cameos or spin-offs.
I guess technically. I feel like you're being a little harsh on Luigi. I think Luigi's he's Luigi Mario.
Yeah, but look,
he's a Mario.
Yeah, but Luigi gets his own game series this way. So
okay, I guess that's fine.
I also put Wario Land, obviously, the WarioWare series, golf, tennis, baseball, the Minecraft
Have
games,
you
Namco Museum, Super
ever
Smash
met
Brothers
anyone
series.
whose favorite game is WarioWare?
I mean, I liked WarioWare.
Can you imagine the sick, twisted fuck whose favorite game is WarioWare?
You don't like the dudes with the afros who dance with the dogs and the cats?
Ah, jeez.
You don't like Bit and Bite?
I'm sorry. You need to go to Famicom Detective Club : The Girl Who Stands Behind.
Yeah, there's a game called Famicom Detective Club: The Girl Who Stands Behind, and apparently Mario makes a cameo in that. But
Did
it's
he
not
kill
a Mario game.
Why is Mario making cameos in crimes?
I don't fucking know, Ben. I also put Super Princess Peach and Princess Peach Showtime in the not Mario category. It's a spin-off. Okay.
Hakken, Tamagotchi, Mina de Tamagotchi World.
Mobile Golf. You're only Mario if you go online. Yeah, 64 de Haken Tamagotchi. You did it better.
Yeah, I know I did because I didn't read it like it was
Pac-Man.
Spanish.
Pac-Man, is that Spanish?
No, that's Japanese, but it's not like you read it like it was Spanish.
Good.
NBA
Pac-Man
Street,
versus
please
NBA
elaborate.
Street V3 and SSX on tour.
Next category, please.
Next category. Let's see. I think we already did this one, right? Where you're playing as Mario,
we
like
did that.
Wrecking Crew, Mario
Non-Nintendo
Paint.
garbage. So you have all night Nippon Super Mario Brothers. What's going on there?
Mario Bros. Special. If you've seen Mario Bros. Special, it's shit. It's like a demake. It's a downgrade from the NES for the old computers that had less memory than an NES. Whenever you scrolled to the right, it would load a new screen. It wouldn't just scroll the screen. So it's Mario Bros. 1, but shittier. Same with Super Mario Bros. Special. Hotel Mario is famous
I just want to know
garbage.
what is All Night Nippon Super Mario, because that sounds like Mario and Kabukicho.
Let's see. What was this? It's a retool of Mario Brothers Lost Levels.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
But terrible. Again,
Mario's Net Quest, is that like a Mario themed mud?
I think it's early internet dial-up stuff.
Yeah, that's what a mud is.
Oh my god.
You can look it up. I forget what they stand for, but if you type in mud game, they were old text-based online adventure games. They're like the Homo erectus version of an MMO.
Huh. Wow. Okay. All right. And then Hotel Mario. It's a Philips CDI game. Doesn't count. And also under the non-Nintendo garbage, I have the Mario educational games. Super Mario Bros. And Friends, When I Grow Up, Mario's Time Machine, Mario is Missing, Mario Teaches Typing, and apparently Mario Teaches Typing too. I Am a Teacher, Super Mario Sweater? Is that?
That sounds Japanese.
Mario's Early Years, Fun with Letters, Mario's Early Years, Fun with Numbers, Mario's Early Years, Preschool Fun, Mario's Fundamentals, and Mario no Photopia, which is exactly how it is pronounced, Ben.
That is not bad, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, yeah, and there's also these Mario Artist games, of which there are 4. And then we talked about the Game & Watch series, Donkey Kong Circus and Donkey Kong Hockey and Mario's Bombs Away and Mario's Cement Factory and Mario the Juggler and Super Mario Race, and then Game & Watch Gallery 1, 2, 3, 4, Game & Watch Collection, Game & Watch Collection 2, Ben. And then over here is the Golden Timeline, right? That's what they call it, Marvel. This is the Super Mario games. Then we go over here. So there's Mario Kart, Ben, which I have made. I like how I spell subsays instead of sub-series. All right. So I don't consider them Super Mario games because they're racing games.
Okay.
But Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64 and Mario Kart Super Circuit and then Mario Kart Double Dash and then Mario Kart DS and then Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8, and then I went ahead and I counted Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Even though it's 8, they also add a bunch of new content where it's basically just a new game at this point. And then Mario Kart Tour, which also has a lot of its content in 8 Deluxe, but I think it's still a separate thing. And then Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, that's the one where you have a little Mario Kart with a camera.
You actually have to buy an RC car or something.
Yeah. And then there's the arcade series, which is very different, where it's Mario Kart Arcade GP, GP2, GP DX, GP VR, which is virtual reality.
I've played the arcade series. My wife always kicks my ass.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Went to Dave & Buster's. And then again, we've got the Mario Party series, Ben. Where... And I I don't know if I would consider Fortune Street in this, but it's the closest thing we got because Fortune Street is also a board game. So it's Mario
I would
Party.
include that. Is that a Nintendo Mario? Like the
Yeah,
okay.
I think they were even the ones who developed it because I'm pretty sure there was a Fortune Street on the NES, something like that.
I guess Dragon Quest was on a lot of Nintendo stuff for a while.
Yeah, and the slime is hot. So there's Mario Party and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. We don't talk about 9 and 10 because they're bad. And there's also Advance, which is also bad, and DS, which I've never played, and Island Tour, which I've also never played, Star Rush, and the Top 100, and then Super Mario Party, which revitalized the series, and then Mario Party Superstars, and then what came out just in the last like 2 or 3 weeks, Mario Party Jamboree, and then you got Fortune Street and Itadaki Street DS, which I'm pretty sure is just Fortune Street, but like in Japan and on the DS.
People don't know this about you, but like you have a passion for like party games.
They're fucking awesome.
Every time, every video game night with this guy, it's always you'll never catch this man playing Call of Duty. He's always playing like 1 Minute Werewolf or whatever that is.
Yeah, it's awesome. I just need more people to play it. I wonder if I can make that mandatory, like at work. Like, all right, you all signed a contract. Once a month, you have to play the game with me for 2 hours. You get paid, but like, you got to show up and you got to play. It's for team building.
You could if you want your employees to hate you.
All right, I'll take that bet. And then there's the Dr. Mario series, where apparently Mario just has his PhD, but that's okay.
Because he can read.
Yeah, because he can read. So Dr.
No one
Mario,
else in the Mushroom Kingdom can.
That's sad, but probably true.
Have you ever seen a book in the Mushroom Kingdom?
This is probably why. Yes, I have, but mostly in the Paper Mario and Mario RPG.
Yeah, that
is
doesn't
Mario
count.
RPG a Super Mario game, Ben?
I think so. I think Super Mario RPG is.
But not Paper Mario.
Not Paper Mario.
Okay.
And it is a goddamn crime that Gino and Mallow are not more involved in the rest of the Mario canon.
I agree. Maybe they'll finally create a sequel if the first one's remake sold. But probably not, because they hate us. So there's Dr. Mario and Tetris and Dr. Mario 64 and Dr. Mario and Puzzle League, and then Dr. Luigi, I guess, counts, and Dr. Mario Express, Dr. Mario Online RX, Dr. Mario Miracle Cure, and then Dr. Mario World. That's a lot more Dr. Mario than I knew about.
I actually really love Dr. Mario, and
Yeah,
I've played most of these.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about Mario's Picross?
I think we established I don't know what Picross is.
Awesome, me neither. There's only 3 of those games, so we're gonna move on. Is Wario's Woods?
Didn't even know it existed until today.
Is that a Super Mario game? You play as Toad, and you blow up bad guys. It's a puzzle game, and Wario rains bad guys down on you. And you got to match colored bombs to colored minions to save fairies.
That's another drug trip.
Okay, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then I split the Mario RPG into 2 branches, because you got Super Mario RPG, and then it splits off into Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi. So it's Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, Super Paper Mario, Paper Mario Sticker Star, Paper Mario Color Splash, Paper Mario the Origami King, and then there's Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which is a merger of the 2, right? And Mario and Luigi over here, you got Superstar Saga, Partners in Time, Bowser's Inside Story, Dream Team, a shitload of a bunch of like remakes and whatever, and then Brothership, which just came out as of this, like the day after Election Day. And then Yoshi games, right? So Super Mario World kind of spins off Yoshi because he catches fire and gets real popular. So then you got Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story, Yoshi Touch and Go, Yoshi's Island DS, which is a sequel to Yoshi's Island Super Mario World 2. I'm pretty sure they're direct.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
you got Woolly World. And then you've got Universal Gravitation.
Gravitation? That's a real word.
I don't know
why you
what
can't
the
say
fuck
it.
that is. Yoshi's New Island. And then Yoshi's Cookie, Yoshi's Safari, and then just a game called Yoshi.
I like
I-
the mononym. I like the confidence of that. I bet Yoshi is a dark, cerebral, third-person horror game.
And then you have the sports games, Ben, which there are a lot more than I thought. There's golf, which is Mario Golf.
Mario Golf is fucking solid.
Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Mario Golf Advanced Tour, Mario Golf World Tour, and then Mario Golf Super Rush. I'm partial to the tennis series myself. Ben,
So Mario Tennis, not the Virtual Boy one. Mario
which is
Tennis.
on this list, yeah.
Yeah, Mario Tennis is fucking solid.
I love Mario Tennis, the 64 game.
Yeah,
That was solid.
yeah.
And then after that, it got less and less great.
The
Mario,
one for the Switch isn't terrible.
is that Mario Tennis Aces?
I think so. So I played that the last time I had to have shoulder surgery. I played that for like 2 weeks straight.
Because you were longing for like what you can't do physically.
Yeah.
You,
And
you
I got-
can't, you can't use your arm to play tennis anymore.
Well, I don't use my left arm to play tennis,
Your
but
tennis career's over.
but yeah, I played that for like 2 weeks straight. I got really good at the online stuff, like too good, and there was just not enough people to play. So I
Wow.
need more people to get on so I can beat them at Mario Tennis. And it
Alright,
occurs to
maybe
me
I'll have
now
do
that most of those people were probably children.
Maybe I should do that. Well, we'll see. So yeah, you got Mario Tennis, Mario Power Tennis, Mario Tennis Open, Mario Tennis Power Tour, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, and I think you were playing Mario Tennis Aces.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure this one, so they've got soccer, right?
The soccer games all famously suck, right?
I heard they're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Super Mario Strikers, Mario Strikers Charged, and I think this game hasn't come out yet, maybe? Mario Strikers Battle League? I think that's a new release upcoming.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then they've got basketball, Mario Hoops 3-on-3, which I think was made by Square Enix, and you had to use the touch screen to dribble.
Oh boy, I can't believe anyone thought that was a good idea.
And then there's only two baseballs, which I remember I played Super Mario.
Baseball video games always suck.
Yeah, Mario Superstar Baseball was bad, and Mario Superstar Sluggers also not great.
Well, I don't even think like the MLB baseball games are good. Like baseball just isn't a sport that like lends
Translates-
yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't translate well to a video game. Tennis obviously
or to
does.
watching, because baseball is boring as mud and it sucks. And it's a terrible sport.
Hey,
that's just me.
Best baseball player in the world now is Japanese, Shohei Ohtani.
I think you mispronounced Mark McGuire's name.
No, I think hey man, Ohtani can do it all. He fields, he bats.
How
He pitches.
How much of his blood is steroid? I need to know.
I don't know. I mean,
percentage-wise.
he's a big guy. Like he's a very big man, but I don't know. I think they cracked down pretty hard on that in the major league after Mark McGuire.
And Barry Bonds, whose head is fucking gigantic. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then there's the various Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. You have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games, Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Games, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, but there's no 2024 because these games did not sell very well, and
No,
so
they're
the series
garbage.
is dead.
They're garbage, and they're all on garbage systems.
And then there's also Mario Sports Mix and Mario Sports Superstars, which I think those are just sport collections.
This is 100% punishment for the Amityville thing.
Yeah, it is, you fucker. Don't worry, the final category over here is Mario plus Rabbids. So
I don't know what a rabbit is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
it
gather
looks like
it's
a rabbit, but
Yeah, I got that.
It's
I
got
got
a weird face. Imagine Minions crossed with like a demonic rabbit, and then they're just like ridiculous.
That sounds Why would anybody want that?
Well, because they were in Rayman, and they became more popular than Rayman, because who talks about Rayman? No one.
I've never played a Rayman game.
Me neither. So you come from Rayman into Mario, and then you have Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle and Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
That sounds a little overly dramatic.
Well, you haven't played... Those are XCOM-like games, Ben.
Okay.
They're third-person strategy games that are also part puzzle, that you fight other Rabbids. Like Donkey Kong Rabbid.
So this is 100% going under the words adjacent to books banner.
I read a
And
book for this, Ben. Okay.
You didn't talk about it.
Yeah, I did at the very, very beginning, like an hour and 20 minutes ago. I talked all about Friendly Floyd and like where is Friendly Floyd? He's not even in any of these games, Ben.
Your instinct to choose video games to annoy me was probably correct. This really is like listening to my nephew explain Pokemon cards to me.
Okay, so what you're saying is I need to work a Mass Effect game into next year.
I have played those, so those at least I know about. I played all of them except the bad one, the really bad one.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Andromeda. I didn't play 3 either.
I played 3.
I know you did. You told me all about it.
Yeah,
and that was after
good.
you told me about it. I was like, oh, maybe I just don't get this then.
I do. So like for the listener, like I do play video games, but like I play the video games I play a lot, and I ignore almost everything else that happens in video game world. And I'm very bored by it.
Well, Ben, don't worry, because this whole month is an experiment, okay?
Good.
So maybe video games is the way to go.
I was the only computer science major at my college who did not want to do video games.
I've got 2 more episodes lined up for you that are... Neither of them are video games, Ben.
Oh, so we're just experimenting with formats.
Yeah, each episode is a different experiment into what might annoy the shit out of you.
So one of them is going to be wrestling.
You're very perceptive. Yes, next week is wrestling, Ben.
Yeah,
and I am reading a book. I will be talking about the book. It won't be words adjacent to books. I will be going over the book with you.
Okay, that sounds better at least. I don't know if the people like this. This is the sort of episode we can only get away with once in a while. But after the election, we needed this, you know?
Yeah, we needed something to bring us down.
We needed a simpler world where Mario is being tortured by Eldritch Horrors, but the Eldritch Horrors are the children that play the games. And that's simpler, believe it or not, than what's going on. And yeah, so do you want to thank the patrons? I don't know how to smoothly transition out of this.
So thank you, John Bierce. And I know you voted for Nader, but I told you all those Nader votes would be thrown out. So sorry. You've got a Patreon. You've got a Patreon. You've got a Patreon, just like we do, where you also do things and also are a real writer, unlike us. And people should check out your Patreon, and also should check out the Rack and the Mage Errant series and some other series that I haven't started yet, so I don't actually know the name of. And I'm trying to kill this bug at the same time that I talk about it. And then you've got Isekai Sensei Sama. From that time, I got reincarnated in the same world as an anime podcaster. Podcasts.
Probably furiously screaming at his car stereo this whole episode.
Is Mario?
He definitely loves Mario.
Is Mario an isekai? And if so, how much of Mario is an isekai? Is Mario and Luigi partners in time an isekai? Is Mario Golf an isekai?
You
What about
know he's
Mario
gonna say
Rabbids?
the whole thing because Mario got sucked into another world through a pipe.
Okay, what about Mario's Picross? Is that an isekai?
He's gonna say yes. It's always
Donkey
an
Kong.
isekai.
Is
He's
Donkey
never said
Kong.
no. He's never said it wasn't an isekai.
Animal Crossing, Ben. Is Animal Crossing an isekai? We're never gonna know. Who else we got? We got Jamie the Gravy Man. He should review all of
Every
Mario.
single one of these games. Yeah.
Every single one. Every single one of these games he should review.
At a
he should
bare
also
minimum,
review,
he should review that comic book you didn't talk about.
He should review the comic book, and he should review both of the movies.
I'm sure he has.
He probably hasn't done the original, and I think he needs to, with Dennis Hopper.
If you have not, you do need to. That is legit.
He probably has done the one with Jack Black, but he needs to rewatch it now in honor of this. Jack Black was Bowser.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I haven't seen it.
Me neither. And I
haven't
want
seen
to.
a movie that wasn't a horror movie in like a year.
Well, you need to, Ben. And Shy, Spooky Shy, Shy with a Y, on TikTok, and maybe streaming a Mario game. I don't know. All right, Ben. So yeah, next week we're gonna talk about. You probably won't guess what the final one is. That's gonna be the cherry on top.
I legitimately can't think of like a third interest you have. But maybe instead of something you're interested in, it's something designed specifically to hurt me.
You'll just have to wait and find
Your
out.
Your giggle tells me I'm getting close.
You just have to wait and find out, Ben.
Is it Austin McConnell's book?
You'll just have to wait and find out, Ben.
Okay. Merry election, everyone.
Merry election.
Somehow this was the best thing that happened this week.